All right, hi everybody. My name's Hannah, and this is Puku. Puku is one of the 5 birds we have here at our aviary, and as you might be able to guess, she is one of our owls. Puku is what's called a western screech owl. There are lots of different kinds of owls, but western screech owls never get any bigger than this. They always stay small. I'm gonna hold up one of my hands so you can see. She's just about the same size as one of my hands. And that's as big as Puku is ever going to get. And you might think that all owls go hoo, hoo, hoo. But Puku doesn't make a big deep sound like that because she is just too little. Puku makes a very soft little burbling sound under her breath. It's funny because she's called a western screech owl, but she doesn't actually screech. If you were out in the wild, in the dark at night, listening very, very carefully, you might be able to hear her little voice. But because she's so small, she's so quiet, and she's so good at camouflage, most people would never notice an owl like Puku. There could be western screech owls living right nearby as your neighbors, and you would never know that they're there. Now, normally she would be out in the wild doing her own thing, hunting mice for dinner. Mice are her very favorite food. But when Puku was out in the wild, she got sick. She got an eye infection. And because there were no vets and no doctors to help take care of her, she lost her ability to see through her eyes. She became completely blind. You might notice that her eyes are this beautiful blue color. Normally, an owl like Puku would have bright yellow eyes with a dark pupil in the middle. You can't even see her pupils because her eyes are so different. Now, because Puku is blind and she's not able to see, it would be really hard for her to catch her own food. Out in the wild, she would be hunting at night. She's a nocturnal owl, so she would only want to come out in the dark. And she would have to use her sight and her hearing to find little mice scurrying in the forest and catch them by surprise so she can eat her dinner every single night. If she can't see, that becomes really hard to do. So that's why Puku lives here with us. Now, you might notice Puku is gray with all these different streaks and stripes of light and dark gray in her feathers. And the reason she has all these streaks and stripes is so she can look a little bit like a piece of bark. All right, I'm gonna see if Puku will sit on her favorite little log for us. What do you think, Puku? There you go. Out in the wild, she would be really, really good at camouflaging with that bark. She could blend right in. And bigger owls, which might try to hunt a little owl like Puku, wouldn't be able to see her.